The day may be Cinco, but you only need uno. Hey guys, Tom here. Welcome back to the Underground. Happy Cinco de Mayo. A cool show for you today. You know, Cinco de Mayo is really kind of over the past, I would say, 10, 12, 15 years has really become a big party day. And if you want to have a Cinco de Mayo party, but you're unsure what you want to do, I'm going to give you an idea to kind of make your life simpler where you can still have a good time with your friends and family. There are a lot of Mexican themed drinks. Now you could go, you know, if you're having a party, you could go crazy and make all kind of different Mexican drinks. You could make palomas, which I think is a really good drink. You could make martinis. You could make micheladas. You could make, what's another good one? Is pisco, I'm not sure if pisco sour is one, but obviously the granddaddy of them all is a margarita. And you can make a margarita, and I recommend make a margarita. But what you can do to make your life easy is have a margarita bar. And it's super simple. And all you need to do is start with this right here. That is what I'm calling margarita base. Now, if you watch the show and for any amount of time, we've made a lot of margaritas. And this is basic margarita, which is our recipe for basic margarita is 2 parts tequila, half part orange liqueur. In this case, I'm using Grand Marnier. You can use Cointreau. You can use triple sec. You can use any orange liqueur you want. 1 part lime and half part agave. But I want to make it easy, so I'm making a base that I can use to make all my margarita drinks. So in this case, I upscaled it. I basically times it by 4, but then backed it down. And what I mean by that is I'm using in this picture, and don't worry about paying attention. Well, pay attention because I want you to watch, but as far as knowing this, because I'll put it in the description. This is 8 parts, instead of 2 parts tequila, it's 8 parts tequila. Instead of half part of orange liqueur, it's 2 parts orange. No, it's 2 parts orange liqueur. And then I basically times everything by 4, except the lime and the agave. The lime, I still want some lime because how we go through all these iterations of the drink, I still want some of that citrus brightness, but I don't want it to be over limey. So if I'm timesing this by 4, I would have used 4 lime. I actually only have 1 lime in here for now. And then instead of using 2 agaves, again, I'm only using 1. So, and the reason for that is, and you can times this by as much as you want, depending on how much you think you're going to need. Just, get a big pitcher or a jug and just upscale it endlessly. And you can make a multitude of margaritas from this one base. And I'm going to make at least 3, maybe 4. And the reason like I said, the reason for the lime is I want some of that citrus brightness to carry some of the other flavors. And as far as the agave, I don't want all the sugar in now because I don't know what I'm going to mix it with, and I don't want it to be overly sweet. I can always add later, you can't take it out. So first, why don't we just make a classic margarita? So I basically have my classic margarita right here. So for this, since this is upscaled, I'm going to put roughly about 3 ounces or so, little more, that's probably just short. Actually, I think on this cup, These little red squares are ounces. Are they? I don't think so. On this side they are. I don't know. So I have 3 ounces of my margarita base, but I still want a little more lime. And I really only have a half part of lime in right now, so I need some more lime. So I'm going to put another half or so of lime, and then I need to finish off the agave, which is another half of agave. Now, if you don't have agave, that doesn't mean you can't make this. You could use a little simple syrup, would be fine. Add some ice. Cue the music. Now, I am not a big salt guy on my margaritas. However, I don't know if I can do however, because I don't think I have a plate. If you had a plate, you could, oh, I have a paper plate. I can use that. I don't have salt down here, so I can't do that. Belay that order. You could obviously salt your rim with, lime juice. We've done it a million times, but I don't, so I'm not going to. This is the way I prefer my margaritas if I'm drinking a margarita. Just on the rocks, no salt, and forgot my garnishes. As per usual with this show, I am ill prepared. So that kicks off our margarita party. The classic, can never fail margarita on the rocks, no salt. Okay, that's what you do for your basic margarita. But what do you do if you want to kick it up, have a little more fun? People like different margaritas, and I'm gonna do 3 more for you. And just to show that you can do it with anything. These are gonna be fruit margaritas. I'm gonna do 1 with fresh fruit, 1 with frozen fruit, and 1 with canned fruit. But they're all frozen. Like, we have the frozen fruit. Well, I'll do it as we go. So first I'm going to do, and you need a blender, any blender you have. This is my blender that we have down here at the bar. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do peaches. These are peaches we got at the farm stand. They were diced up. They were a little frosted because they were in the freezer. I took them out and they kind of defrosted and I refroze them. But they're still going to be good. So again, I'm going to start with 3 ounces of my base. And the reason I freeze all the fruit is because I want the fruit, but I want to use the fruit as the ice as well, because I don't want to dilute the drink more than I really have to. And I got to see, do I need to add more sugar? How are these peaches? They're good. But I'm just going to add a little more. And I have, this is probably maybe 3/4 of a cup of peaches, or thereabouts. So let's put the lid on. Cover your ears. Another thing you could do, and I forgot to do this, to amp, especially if your peaches aren't the best, and this will also give you a little more sweetness, I'm just going to put about a half an ounce of peach schnapps in there. And now I can go in with just a couple of cubes. And this, guys, this is all, you just kind of have to look, feel, see how that looks, how frozen you want it, how thick. Could you do this with fresh peaches? Yes, these are fresh peaches. They just happen to be diced up and frozen. Could you do this with canned peaches? I don't see why not. If you did happen to have a fresh peach, I would save a little for your garnish. Nope, I'm going to use the whole thing here. I just want something to put this on. I would save a little of the fresh peach for your garnish that you can put on the glass after. I don't know if this is going to fill the whole glass, but we'll see. That, I think, actually could have been a little looser, but that's going to be good. And there you have number 2. Do I have a garnish for this? Why not? I mean, it's still a margarita after all, so why not just throw that on there? And that is our second for our Cinco de Mayo margarita party, a peach margarita. So let's continue on with another margarita. I rinsed out my blender. If you have multiple blenders, this would be the time to break them out. Again, 3 ounces of our base. And then this one is going to be pineapple. Now this one is canned pineapple that, again, I drained the juice and then I froze it because, like I said, I don't want to over ice things. Pineapple tends to be pretty sweet. I didn't think I tasted this one. That's pretty sweet, but I just wanted to put a little pineapple juice just to help kind of loosen it up a little bit. And I would put a little mini handful of ice and throw some over there, which I'll get later. And then blend it up. And this will work with any kind of fresh or frozen fruit that you think would be good for a margarita. I mean, is pineapple really traditional? No, but I like pineapple. Who doesn't like pineapple? Nope, no. I'm sure there's somebody that doesn't like pineapple. If you had a little pineapple, do I have any? No, I have mango. I don't have pineapple. I mean, should you happen to have like some pineapple rum or something, you could have spruced it up with that. A little splash of that would have been great. but we don't, so we're just going with the standard for our Cinco de Mayo margarita party, a pineapple margarita. And finally, the last one we're going to do is a berry margarita. And you can have raspberry margarita, strawberry margarita, whatever. I happen to have some mixed berries that we are going to use. This is just a mix of blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, I think, which will make a really good margarita. And then the last little bit of our base, I kind of guessed that almost right. I am going to put my berries, and another reason I don't over sugar this base, because your frozen berries, are they frozen berries in syrup? Your canned fruit, is it in syrup? Is it in juice? Your fresh fruit, I mean, the sweetness of the fresh fruit can vary from, throughout the season. But I want to sweeten this up. I could use some agave, but I happen to have some raspberry syrup, so I'm going to put a little bit of that. And then I am going to use, just to bump up the berry flavor, some raspberry schnapps, your favorite raspberry schnapps. And then just a touch more lime, just to kind of mellow out some of the sweetness. And then finally, a little more ice. And then one last time, so, what if you don't want to go through all this rigmarole blending all these drinks? What can you do? Or maybe you don't have a blender. You can, at the store, you can buy purees. You can buy nectars. You go to the Latin aisle, they will have cans of different fruit nectars, which is basically kind of thick juice. Like this is a mango nectar, or is this a mango puree? Either or, you can buy and use that for your margaritas and just shake it with some ice, and then you'd have a perfect fruit drink that you didn't have to go through all the trouble of blending if you didn't want to. I'm just trying to give you some ideas, because you as the host, you need to have a good time as well. And there is our fourth one for our Cinco de Mayo party, the raspberry margarita. So there you go, guys. 4 great options that you can make at your margarita party this Cinco de Mayo. And these aren't necessarily, this was done just as kind of like not a recipe so much as it was a guide to show you just how varied you can be with one basic recipe. And put your own spin on it. If you don't like peach, use mango. If you don't like pineapple, use watermelon. If you don't like berries, use, hell, I don't care, use guava, use, what's another one? What's the other thing I can't think of? I don't know. Any kind of fruit would probably work. I wouldn't necessarily think banana or something weird like that, but you can go a wide variety of ways with this. So for this Cinco de Mayo margarita for this Cinco de Mayo margarita party, it's that time where we say, bebida lista. Okay, first, by the way, in case you didn't know, that was ready drink in Spanish. That's the extent of my Spanish. It's classic margarita, can't go wrong. Cheers, by the way. Wow. Oh, what's cheers in Spanish? Let me look at my little book here. Salud. Oh, salud. I knew that. You know, it's good. It could be a little... Could be a little limier for me. But it's good. See, that's the thing. When you make that base and you don't have as much lime in there, you have to go back and adjust for how much lime you would like. Good. This one, peach. Peach is my favorite, one of my tied for my top favorite flavor. That's good too, wow. And that, if it's not summer, the height of summer, these are the height of summer peaches that I diced up and froze. You might be better with frozen or even canned. But if you do get canned, don't get syrup. Buy canned fruit and juice. It's much better. Let's try this pineapple. That's good. I mean, I don't classically think of pineapple when I think of margarita. I would think more of that as a daiquiri or something like that. A more tropical island drink. But that's not bad. And then finally, I mean, everybody makes strawberry margaritas, but mixed berry? Who knew? That was really thick, but that's good. The addition of that raspberry syrup and a little bit of the raspberry liqueur, that really makes it good. So there you have it, guys. Margarita party here on Cinco de Mayo at the Grantham Pub Underground. Thanks for coming. If it's your first time here, welcome. This was a great time to do it. You might want to think about subscribing. We have a lot of fun things just like this happening here each and every time we open up the doors here at the Grantham Pub Underground. Hit the bell. That way when the doors are open, you'll be notified. You can come, take a seat at the bar, visit with us, hang out with us, have some great cocktails and a lot of fun. And like the video, share the video, tell people about it. Say, hey, you know what? There's a great online cocktail place where you can go and have a good time and see a lot of things just like this. And we will have more fun each time we are together. So until then, don't forget, get your Grantham Pub gear, show off your inner pirate, have fun with this, drink like a pirate, have fun like a pirate, be responsible like a good pirate, and come back and see us again. And until then, I'll save a seat at the bar for you. Salud.